After tragedy struck my family and my grandpa had to give up the farm, I decided enough was enough. I moved out to my grandpa's farm knowing nothing about farming to make money. And we succeed. Will we fail? Find out in today's video. So I just am coming from the co-op. I mean, what everybody been telling me I needed to do. I spent most of my money on getting to make sure everything had seed and fertilizer and diesel for the year. And we're only left with $10,000, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the farm. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is our actual farm where we'll be working at. Like, we'll have all of our work being done here. And so I guess let's give like a little bit of a tour real fast. This is like our little shed. We got ourselves an old John Deere Model A in here, our baler. Of course, we have ourselves an International, an Alice Chalmers D21. We got our spreader, got us an Alice Chalmers mower, and we have ourselves a John Deere skid steer. Love that thing. Now over here is where we got some more. This is where we got more of our important stuff. We have ourselves an Alice Chalmers 200 along with our planter. Along with that, we have ourselves a John Deere 4430, and of course we have ourselves a big old bad gleaner, which I love seeing that thing out here. We actually have some bees, so can't you believe that? I'm gonna go the other way. And this is, of course, our bin setup. This was like the last upgrade my grandpa ever did to this farm, was he bought this right here. This is a grain dryer. So it looks like we're gonna be able to dry our own corn this year, so we don't have to pay these co-op to do it. So we'll make a little bit more money off of this right here. Now, of course, back there in the back, that's where he had his cattle. He sold his cattle before he left, and actually I used that to buy some field. So let's go ahead and take a look real fast. So if you look here, we own this field right here, this field right here, this one, and this one, which these are all broken up. And we own 86, 88, and 87 over here, which these fields right here, these two were already planted. They were about to plant this one before I bought it, but I went in and bought it, so they didn't plant it. So we still have to plant that one. So today we're mainly going to be focusing on spreading lime today. So we need to get ourselves a nice tractor out, which I think this may do. Our John Deere 4430. So we got to go ahead and back it up on in here and get ourselves that lime spreader out, or not, because that's too big. All right, solution number 2. Now how to get this sucker out. Go ahead and pull it on out of here. Take that tarp off, and we'll go ahead and detach that right there. I'm actually just going to pull it on over here into this. And by the way, for the people who's wondering, this is a row crop ready map. This is the Teton row crop ready version. I am definitely excited for that because I mean I love row crop ready. I've definitely been really wanting to get into it, but I just haven't had the time yet. So we'll go ahead and get this hooked up here, and let's pull on over here. Don't hit the truck, don't hit the truck. Okay, now we just got to fill this sucker up slowly but surely with lime. This right here will hopefully be able to fill it up. Let's look at the map real fast. So for pH, we're not looking the best. What I do want to do is I want to go in here, throw some pH down on all the fields that have not been planted yet, just to make sure we get the best yield, which we do have some decent stuff like this loam right here, and the sandy loam should produce pretty good. Now sandy loomy, I'm not expecting a whole lot out of that, so we're still gonna spray it over it to give it the best chance we can, along with spraying some liquid nitrogen. So we're gonna head on out of here and down the road, and we've got to go ahead and truck to the field that we need to start on. Oh, and by the way, there's our house over there, kind of like where it's at. We have a nice little grain tanks behind it as well. Yeah, I love it. So this is gonna be where the first field is. It's actually in a weird spot. You actually take this little turn right here and you go up here. Now that we're not on the highways anymore, this is just the road going to the actual farm itself. We'll come up here and spread this lime real fast. So we actually got to come up here and we have to actually enter one of our fields. Man, this old girl does not like this behind it, this lime spreader. But it is what it is. We definitely do got to get to the field. So both these fields already have weeds in them. We do need to spray for the weeds, but we are coming back here to where we need to throw down some lime. As y'all can tell, this has been put down once before, but we really needed to put an extra good coat on it so that we made sure we're getting the most out of this field. And what this will do right here is this will help out the soil be able to grow better and of course give us the best possible yields, because that was one thing my grandpa didn't do very well, is made sure he got his best yields out of every crop he put down. But I'm going to try to do that a little bit differently. Now this of course is a really small field, and I know a lot of our fields are kind of on the smaller side. We don't have a lot of acres, but we have enough acres to hopefully sustain the farm. All right, and so we're good to go. We got to head back to the main farm. What I may do is I may go ahead and get one of the neighbors to come out to the farm real fast and pick up this tractor and go into one of the other fields near the house, while I take the planter and come out to this field and start planting it. Now, I will say I am definitely excited for to show y'all the row crop ready stuff. That is something really, really cool in my opinion that not a whole lot of people you see doing anymore. So we got to turn in here, get into our farm. I've already called up one of the neighbors and he did say that he would come out and pick this up. So what we're going to do for him real fast is we're going to go and do a pass all the way around just so we're knocking out some of it and giving him his best chance to succeed. And by the way, that's the entrance to that field right there. We'll use that probably a lot because we need to access all the fields. So that's one entrance and then that's the second entrance right there. I kind of sectioned off the fields because I didn't want one huge field. I wanted to break them up into different stuff. Alrighty, so we just got this field back up. Bees are doing good. We don't want to hit those by any means, so that'd be a bad day. So he did go ahead and finish off that one field over there. So we'll go ahead and set him up over here and let him rock and roll. Actually, we might actually just go ahead and plant this right here instead of going all the way over there. That might be the better idea because I forgot this is segmented up for the cattle. We're going to set the kid over there, go to work. So now we're going to get the planter and get to working over in this field. And here we are with our planter. We're able to rock and roll it over here. Don't want to hit nothing. Now we get to plant. So I think we're going to plant some regular corn. Now this is where this mod becomes really, really fun. This is called row crop ready mod, and so you'll see it more once as time goes on, but I have to plant ridiculously straight and not mess up my rows. There we go. As you can see, it's actually not planting the entire ground, but it's actually planting. Yeah, stop here for a second. Like, this is really, really cool to me. See, it's actually planting the corn down slowly but surely, and you're planting it in actual individual rows, so this will actually follow you around. I just love how it looks. Now, we'll definitely say everything looks like it's planting really well. We're trying to plant this as straight, but as also curving to the field as we can because we have to harvest it like that, so we're going to do 2 headlands, and this is kind of where the headlands are going to stop right here. Now, I do wish that instead of planting over it, we could shut off individual rows when planting. Now, of course, we sadly can't do that, but we can do our best with it. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and just go with a second headland real fast just to make sure we have plenty of room for turning around when we go to harvest this corn. Now we gotta time this just right. This is gonna be very fun. There we go. We have planted most of this field already, as y'all see. Now, I know a lot of y'all are like, what is he doing? But this is really and truly going to look amazing when it comes down to harvest time. Like, I am so excited to harvest. Like, I want to harvest tomorrow. Low key, I kind of want to finish all the planting tonight and harvest it tomorrow because that's just how cool it's going to be looking. And, of course, we are taking the last little bit of a pass right now. Put it down and let it go. Holy moly. I just want to say, look at how beautiful this looks. You can definitely tell that this is going to be an amazing style corn. I can't wait to start to see this to grow because that's going to be amazing to harvest. I'm just so excited. Now we got to do the headland passes on this just to make sure we get all of this done. We have a ton of corn to plant over here. Now, this is going to be the big field for corn. We're probably going to plant one more of these 2 fields over here in corn and then plant rest of everything else in beans because I know I want to plant a lot of corn because corn is worth a hefty penny. Definitely looks like we're putting some good, looks like we're putting a nice little dent into this field and everything seems like it's going pretty smoothly as of right now, but definitely there's a lot more work still to do. In the next episode, I definitely want to go ahead and get some cattle, get the equipment to start doing cattle, maybe take out a small loan. I'm not 100% sure if I want to do that yet or not. Please leave your suggestions down below. If y'all want to see more of this, please leave a comment, subscribe, do what you do best, and ladies and gentlemen, please leave a like for the grind. Me and Isaac have been busting our butts off producing 2 videos a day for the last few days, and we're still doing it. We're going to try to go an entire week to see how it is of producing 2 videos a day. For me, the entire team here, we'll see you next time. Peace!